ride with Jaunt is just as easy as texting this number or simply just flagging down your driver. Christmas trees take 5 years to be fully grown. They start off at this height and then grow to be heights like this. This is 7-week-old Honey Boo Boo, who is not quite old enough to race yet, but is still available to hold and take pictures after the race. Because of the overpopulated animal shelters, animals that have birth defects and that have been harmed struggle to find the help that they need. Like this little kitty, Dodie. Clients can also use their Dream Dollars here at the Dream Center General Store, where they can buy hygiene products for them and their children. Each of these rapid shelters are equipped with heating, a fire extinguisher, and emergency escape. Officials plan to have them ready for use next week, but construction is still underway. Reporting live from Rapid Shelters Columbia, I'm Jacqueline Labrizzi. Officials welcome the newest rideshare company to the streets of Columbia. Ride Jaunt is a Charlotte-based company that has been offering ride services since 2017. However, it's different than your typical Lyft, Uber, or cab service. It's free.
So Ride Jaunt simply means a short journey for pleasure. So that's kind of how I came up with the name Jaunt.
The cars can seat 5 passengers each and are currently serving the Vista, 5 Points, and USC's campus, with plans to extend all over the city.
Have every intentions on going nationwide. So right now we're kind of focusing on North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia first.
Rather than using traditional cars, they use Polaris gems and are completely electric and pollution-free.
These vehicles max out at 25 miles an hour, so we can only operate on 35 miles an hour roads and under.
And because of local and national partnerships branding their cars, these advertisements cover the cost of the ride. However, passengers are still encouraged to tip their driver. And there are multiple ways to request your ride. Getting a ride with Jaunt is just as easy as texting this number or simply just flagging down your driver. There are about 5 to 10 drivers here in Columbia, but the company says they're always looking for more. For Carolina News in Columbia, I'm Jackie Labrizzi. Price's Christmas Tree Farm has been working on trimming trees and getting things set up for this holiday season. They have been growing trees since 1984, and this will be their 25th selling season.
We'll have plenty of help out here to cut it for them.
Brian Price, tree farm owner, says that they grow and purchase their trees.
We grow the Leyland cypress and Murray cypress, native red cedar, and Carolina sapphire.
And besides these trees that they grow on the farm, they purchase already cut trees from the mountains of North Carolina and keep them in water to preserve their freshness. Price says this Fraser fir tree is already higher in price, so after being shipped, this affects their price even more.
The truckload costs us $1,900 just for shipping, and so we have to add that cost in too. Averages out about $5 a tree.
These prices also might vary between which size you buy. Christmas trees take 5 years to be fully grown. They start off at this height and then grow to be heights like this. Therefore, smaller trees at Price's farm will average a total of $80 and bigger trees $120, ranging from 5 to 10 more than last year. But this Christmas tree farm is not the only one seeing an increase in price from their supplier.
We are in a tight supply situation because it takes so long to produce the trees. We can't turn on a dime. Our production is increasing, but it takes 8 to 10 years, so it'll be a few more years before more trees come to the marketplace.
Gray says that these prices are rising because of inflation, and after conducting a survey, annual Christmas tree customers say they are prepared to expect an increase in cost this year.
And I know a lot of my fertilizer jumped about double. That might be part of it, but then just the prices of everything's gone up. Inflation and cost of everything from the netting that we use to net trees up when they're going out, just everything.
So if you're planning on buying a Christmas tree this year, be prepared to spend more money. For Carolina News, I'm Jackie Labrizzi.
You never sausage an event like Swifty Swine Pig Racing.
These pigs found their way all the way back to South Carolina State Fair for the 15th year. And swine master Zach Johnson said they are a crowd favorite. Johnson has traveled to South Carolina from Texas with some of his best passengers.
Same pigs travel, about 6 months a year. We usually trade them out every 3 or 4 months. So every 3 or 4 months we'd switch them out. But I travel the whole United States.
And these passengers all have funny names.
From the movie Footloose, give it up for Kevin Bacon.
4 pigs race in each race and create a friendly competition between friends and family. Each section of the crowd was assigned a pig to cheer on.
Of course, number 1, our section.
3. These pigs race for fame, fortune, and an Oreo cookie. And their biggest cheerleader on the team is only 2 months old. This is 7-week-old Honey Boo Boo, who is not quite old enough to race yet, but is still available to hold and take pictures after the race. Pigs start racing at 4 months old with training.
So once you find that perfect pig with a nice slender front end for the corners, but you want a nice beefy rear end for explosion out of the gate. And once you find that pig, you've got a winner.
The pigs race by Abernathy Arena 5 times a day for all 12 days and will surely not bore you. For Carolina News, Jacqueline Labrizzi.
Number 2 lead. Number 2 from the
Asia Wilson is still a member of the Las Vegas Aces in the Women's National Basketball League and continues to put on for her hometown of Columbia, South Carolina. But speaking about her hometown here in Columbia, Gamecock women's basketball is facing the Maryland Terrapins tomorrow night in Maryland at 6 p.m. The Gamecocks won their first game of the season Monday night at home against East Tennessee State, with the final being 101-31. Zaya Cook scored 17 points and Aaliyah Boston had the 61st double-double of her career. However, Coach Dawn Staley says this team is always a tough competition.
There isn't a shot that they don't like, any of them. So they make you play each possession, each pass, because you have to be prepared for a shot from any one of their players, and that's a very dangerous team.
Let's remind you, Thursday and Friday are going to be sunny, but the high is still 54, low of 27. Sunday 55, low of 32. Saturday and Sunday are both partly cloudy, but still pretty chilly. Saturday high 59, low of 38. If you're going to that game on Saturday, wear a jacket. Sunday, high of 54, low of 29, and Monday, it's going to be mostly sunny as well, high of 56, low of 34. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.